The biggest hurdle to sales prospecting emails is actually getting them opened in the first place. Now, we salespeople often spend hours crafting the perfect email, and most never even get opened. Do you know how your emails compare to your competition? Well, the folks at HubSpot have come up with some really cool data. I mean, this is awesome stuff. And thanks to the data that they've collected on the millions of emails that their users send, they have published the average open rates by industry. Now, are you curious to see your industry's open rates? Well, here you go. Take a look at this visual. The folks at HubSpot were kind enough to share this great info with me. Now, you are going to see that at the top of the list are things like arts and entertainment, construction, and HR. And those were in the mid to high 40% of open rates. And it makes sense, right? Because people want and need to open these emails. Some are fun, some are really necessary. But then you'll notice that on the bottom of the list are industries like PR, travel and marketing. And those are in the mid to high 20s in terms of open rates. That's half as good. And this also makes sense because we are getting millions of these emails each day. Just look at your own inbox. And by the way, if you want to compare your open rate to your own industry, the HubSpot folks have created a really cool free tool to just compare this. This is not something that they've paid me to share, but I just think the data is so powerful. So just click right up here to get access to that tool. It's a free tool and it's really cool information. Now, the question is, how do you improve your open rates regardless of how you compare to your industry? In this video, I'm going to show you 3 tips to increase your sales email open rates. Check it out. Now, before we get into the tips, first I want you to think about how many emails your prospects actually receive. It's time to start thinking like they do. Remember that there are no hard and fast rule to emails specifically because they can't last for very long. Because the second all salespeople and all marketers start using something that actually works, it's suddenly no longer going to work because everyone's doing it. So what do your prospects actually look at that would cause them to decide whether they're going to open an email in the first place? Of course, they're going to look at who the email's from, but let's just assume that they don't know who you are. So that's pretty much controlled for. So there's really 2 key pieces that they're looking at. The first is the subject line of the email, the title of the email, so to speak. And then the next is the first sentence of the email. As you can see of this example of a Gmail inbox, this is really what they're getting a peek at to decide whether they're going to open the email or not. So here are the 3 tips. Number 1, make the subject all about them. Remember, prospects only care about one thing, and that's themselves. So when we send an email that's super promotional, super salesy, right? As soon as they sense the promotion, what do? They delete the email. It gets trashed. So it's time to get a little creative, a little more playful, and stop making it like the other emails that you receive or they receive. So I challenge you to test a lot of different things, maybe keeping the subject line a little bit less promotional and certainly less salesy. Number 2, keep that first sentence personal and casual. Now, most salespeople are often trying to write formally. They're somehow trying to impress a prospect with their amazing grammar and their use of very formal language. But the problem is when you start an email with "Dear Mr. So-and-so" or "Dear Mrs. So-and-so," you are immediately telling that prospect that you don't know them. So instead, in the openings of your emails, use their first name and talk to them like you know them. You don't have to be manipulative or tricky, but it's about being non-salesy. And keep the language in that first sentence not about you. Make it about them. Intrigue them. Do something that's a little different. And be willing to take risks so that way they think to themselves, gee, I wonder what's in that email. Number 3, use plugins to know when people open your emails. This is a pretty ninja technique, but there are now tools that allow you to really know exactly when an email has been opened, even a direct email to a person. And these tools allow you to now test your emails because you're getting feedback on what's getting opened and what's not. And so they're giving you that instant feedback on whether someone's opening your email. Now, there are a lot of tools out there that can help you accomplish this. But since the folks at HubSpot kindly provided me with this awesome open-rate data that I showed you at the beginning of the email, I will mention that they do have a great tool for knowing whether someone actually opens your email. So just check it out on HubSpot Sales. They have some great tools for you. But there are others out there as well. The key is to know when that email is opened so that way you start to get a sense of what's working and what's not. So those are 3 tips to increase your sales email open rates. I want to hear from you. Which of these ideas did you find most useful? Be sure to share below in the comments section, and I will be sure to respond to every comment that I can get to. And if you enjoyed this video, then I have this awesome free ebook on 25 tips to crush your sales goals. Just click right here to get it instantly. Seriously, it's an amazing book and it's free. Just click right here. Also, if you got some value, please like this video below on YouTube because that really helps me out. And don't forget to subscribe by clicking right here to get access to a new video just like this one each week. Lastly, if you got just one useful idea from this video, please share it with a friend or two. A great idea is the best gift you can give someone. Until next week.